A powerful earthquake that shook the southern Philippines killed at least one villager and injured several others as thousands scrambled out of their homes in panic and jammed roads to higher grounds after a tsunami warning was issued, officials said Sunday. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that the quake Saturday night had a magnitude of 7.6 and struck at a depth of 32 kilometers, 20 miles. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said it expected tsunami waves to hit the southern Philippines and parts of Indonesia, Palau and Malaysia, but later dropped its tsunami warning. The USGS recorded a further earthquake Sunday with a magnitude of 6.6, east of the municipality of Hinuatan and at a depth of 56 kilometers, 34 miles, but there was no tsunami alert. The Philippine Seismological Agency described it as an aftershock. In Japan, authorities issued evacuation orders late Saturday in various parts of Okinawa Prefecture, including for the entire coastal area, affecting thousands of people. A pregnant woman died after she, her husband and daughter were hit by a 15 feet, 4.5 meter, concrete wall that collapsed in their neighborhood as the ground shook and prompted them to flee from their house in Tagum City in Davao del Norte province, the city's disaster mitigation chief, Sherelden Isidoro, told the Associated Press. Her husband and daughter were injured. 2 other children and their parents jumped from a second-floor window in panic as their house swayed but were not injured after landing on a grassy lot, said Isidoro, who was at his home when the ground started to shake. Initially, the swaying was weak. Then it quickly became stronger and I could hardly stand. My perfume bottles fell off a table, pictures on my wall swung, and I heard people screaming outside, get out, earthquake, earthquake," Isidoro said. While he feared the roof of his house would collapse on him, Isidoro said he was more worried that there could be many casualties in Tagum, a city of about 300,000 people, where he had led regular earthquake drills that he thought helped prevent more deaths and injuries. Hundreds of patients were evacuated from a Tagum hospital but later were escorted back after an inspection showed no major damage to the building, officials said. Thousands of residents stayed outside their homes for hours in many towns due to the earthquake and tsunami scare, including in some that were drenched by an overnight downpour, officials said. Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. told a news conference that authorities were assessing the quake's impact, but initial reports indicated there were no major damages except for 2 damaged bridges and pockets of power outages. 1 death was reported with a few injuries, he said. Teresito Bacalcal, the head of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, told the AP shortly after the quake hit that his agency advised residents along the coast of Surigao del Sur and Davao Oriental provinces, which were near the epicenter of the undersea quake, to immediately evacuate to higher ground or move farther inland. Pictures posted on the Facebook account of Hinatuan town in Surigao del Sur province show residents fleeing to higher ground on foot or aboard cars, trucks, motorcycles and tricycle taxis overnight. Many villagers who fled to evacuation centers returned to their homes on Sunday, officials said. After undertaking inspections, civil aviation officials said there was no major damage in several airports in the south and there was no disruption in flights operations. The Philippines, one of the world's most disaster-prone countries, is often hit by earthquakes and volcanic eruptions due to its location on the Pacific Ring of Fire, an arc of seismic faults around the ocean. The archipelago is also lashed by about 20 typhoons and storms each year.